Hello, everyone. Hope you are all doing well. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the audio in my headset a bit. Welcome back. Ooh, that might be too loud. Welcome back to Ace Attorney. Wait, what? What are you doing? Yeah, this one. So last we played, I was tired, which, you know, it's not my intention most of the time, by the way, but it does happen with some frequency, and I don't really know what to do about it. I guess the right thing to do would be to start streaming earlier, but I don't think that's a good idea for me, because I wouldn't be able to do it with consistency, because sometimes I like work until 7 or more. So like my preference is to be done at 5, but some days you just have to work, and I would hate to be all over the place. But anyway, when last we were here, we were talking, gosh, to believe in me's wife, trust in me. I am both amused that they chose these names, and also so annoyed how like on the nose they are. Like, really? Like, it's not even trying, I feel. Like, in me, yes, sure, that's good. In me is fine. But trust? Like, trust is not doesn't even have like an apostrophe or anything to make it look like it isn't just them sounding it out.
Take that!
Anyway. Take that! He says, as we try to figure out the Magatama. So I stopped here last time because I figured my tired brain wouldn't be able to figure out whatever this was. And so we're going to try to figure this out. When anyone held a grudge against your husband. Okay. Miss Inmi, I have an idea who your husband's real killer might be. That would be Maya, would it not? No, of course not. It has to be someone with a motive to kill him. This is who I believe had a reason to kill your husband. The escaped prisoner, Lady Kira, the rebel Dirk. Well, we found... Okay, hold on, let's think about this. I would assume that happened. A giant bloodstain makes it impossible to fully read. But it does have the dragon mark, right? From Lady Kira to the High Priest. It was the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. Everyone's talking about her. I know not of what you speak. Really? Because she even made the front page recently. But the humble servant of Lady Kira. What reason would she have to kill someone as insignificant as I? Actually, I have something that just might show why Lady Kira would kill the abbot.
Take that!
This is a letter of warning from Lady Kira. Maya found it. It was in the inner sanctum, and only Maya and your husband were there at the time. This letter reached its intended recipient, your husband, the High Priest, didn't it? And how do you know Maya wasn't lying to you? Because I've never seen that letter before, and I doubt my husband ever did either. Sorry, but I have evidence that proves this warning was meant for your husband. This.
Take that!
What's that? It's an envelope, addressed to the High Priest. The warning letter was delivered to your husband inside this, wasn't it? What nonsense is this? How can you prove the warning was delivered in this envelope? Gotta be some way to prove it. Wait a second. Don't the envelope and the warning letter have something in common? I think there just might be something that links the envelope to the warning letter. There is! Yes, and that proof is right here on the warning letter. This spot on the warning letter proves that it was delivered in that envelope. I mean, literally any of these. The 3 holes in the envelope are in the same shape and arrangement as the holes in the warning letter. If you fold the letter in thirds, place it in the envelope, the holes line up. As for what made the holes, I believe it was this.
Take that!
Used by Lady Kira. The warning was folded in thirds, placed in the envelope addressed to the high priest, and delivered to your husband on the points of this arrow. Okay, that one actually wasn't that bad. Maybe I could have done that overtired. Maybe. But then again, didn't I attempt it? Yeah, okay, never mind. All right, trust in me. Are you ready to tell me the truth now? Oh, hi, Anthony. So you moved on quickly with the game. Not watched the 3rd or 4th episode yet. I was thinking you got to the 3rd case quickly. Then noticed the almost 5-hour video. Yeah. I had energy, I guess. that was last Friday, I think, right? Yes, it was. Yeah, on Friday I stayed home, like from work, and rested and slept for most of the day. So I actually had energy at night when I went to stream. So that just kind of happened. Also, there wasn't really a good stopping point either in that one. So I admit the warning was sent to my husband. He was not an insurgent. Then why did you keep it a secret? Because the authorities might have suspected him of being one if I hadn't. Guess that makes sense. If the rebel hunter was after him, I can see how people might at least suspect. We are Khura'in's kingdom. As such, rising up against the monarchy is the same as blaspheming Khura'inism itself. Your husband was a devout priest of Khura'inism, and you fear that his good name would be tarnished if the warning went public. Off work this week, so I've been busy playing. Oh, nice. What have you been playing? That makes sense, but is it the honest truth? What if the high priest really was a rebel? The rebel hunter would have had a motive to kill him. Still, this just doesn't feel like the right time to ask her about it. Also, these names are ridiculous. And 3-3. Like, trust in me? Really? I was saying this a moment ago, but like they could have at least put an apostrophe between the H and the R or something. Not just like made it look like a child misspelled it while they were signing it out. Can you tell me a little more about the warning? Like, Believe has his apostrophe, so you can be like, ah, yes, the names here, like Albi and stuff. Sure, they get apostrophes, so you can see Believe and that kind of thing. But trust, really? It arrived about 3 days before the purification rite. When we woke that morning, it was already there by the side of our bed. By the side of your bed? Yes, we had the whole house locked up tight. And yet, someone still managed to slip in. Oh, it was so frightening, wasn't it, dear? But you didn't contact the police. You started Donkey Kong Bonanza. Oh, nice. I would just start with the starting area done. It's just magically 3. Oh, so that's how you know it's a good game. That's how you know it's a good game. I haven't, do they have a demo of that game? I've only seen like bits and pieces of it. It looks like decently fun, but not like the type of game that I play often for some reason. But I admit, it's adorable looking though. Even if I don't really know if I like the way Donkey Kong himself looks in it, like he's too fluffy-ish. I don't know how to describe it. Like he's too close to his Jumpman counterpart, I guess. That's right. If only we had told the police, maybe Trust would still be alive today. Oh, lovely wife. No need to fret, my dear. How does she have this many pictures of his faces like this? My only regret is that I left you all alone. Barbed head, that is quite enough. Yeah, you're probably right. Miss Inme, I'm sorry to have bothered you at such a difficult time. Don't be silly. I'm happy if I've helped. Your benevolence May you swiftly shine light upon the truth. Barbed head. You seem bent on casting suspicion upon Lady Kira. And by doing so, you seek to deflect the blame from the real killer, Maya Fey. That is the only logical conclusion. Or, Rayfa, you're an idiot who doesn't know how, investigations work. In no position to disprove her at this point. If only I could find something to support my theory that the High Priest was a rebel. The only other person who might know more about it in me would be Maya. Then I'd be done questioning her by now. Maybe I'll stop by the detention center. There's a demo. Okay. Maybe I'll play that at some point. My mother has said what? It seems I must go. Look, okay, but like as soon and as obnoxious as Rayfa is, she is adorable though. Something happened? Yes. My mother has decreed that a rite shall be held for the High Priest's passing, and that she shall conduct the prayer of lament therein. Her Eminence has so decreed, has she? Well, but she should not concern herself with a humble priest like my husband. He's the High Priest. Yeah. What? Only natural considering his meritorious service. The rite will be held at the palace. You are to accompany you there at once, Lady Belib. Thank you, your benevolence. My husband is most delighted too. How wonderful for you, Mrs. Indy. Direct decree from the Queen. That must be quite an honor. Barbed head, you are coming as well. Huh? But I don't have much time left to investigate. As the one charged with monitoring you, you must remain within my sight at all times. Rayfa, I have to go to the bathroom. Besides, it would take but a moment. Now, come along. Ugh. Arguing the point will probably just make things worse for me. Better let her have her way this time. Red Palace audience chamber. Oh, they were on the wall at Belib's house. Welcome, Lady Belib. Those pants, skirt, dress thing look hard to walk in. So this is the Queen of Khura'in. What is wrong with you, Barbed? Show some respect. Huh? Oh, should I bow or prostrate myself? No, it is quite all right. Stay as you are. Mother. Your Eminence, I would like to give thanks to you. You honor both me and my husband. His exemplary service deserves to be honored. Oh, but what a terrible trying time this must be for you, Lady Belib. May my prayer comfort your soul and that of your dearly departed husband. Nothing would please me more. Wait, what's her name? Garem? Your Eminence, your words are wasted on my humble husband and I. Simple game loop of destroying everything, looking for collectibles while following the story and getting bosses. Yeah. That matches up with what I've seen of it. I watched, I hesitate to say I watched Vinesauce play it a bit, but I watched Vinesauce play a bit of it here or there, but he's also like my falling asleep stream. And so by watch, I mean I might have looked at it a little bit before turning over and falling asleep. Just like listening to it all. But yeah, it is good. Like the animation, everything is really, really good looking. Now that's what I call commanding presence. So, you are the lawyer of whom my daughter speaks. Yes, Your Eminence. I am so very honored to make your noble acquaintanceship. I'm humbled to bask in your resplendence. Ugh. Did I overdo it? I have no idea how to talk to a queen. May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon you. Now then, Lady Belib, let us go to the chamber of prayer. Rayfa, you are to accompany us too. Yes, Mother. So do I just sit here then? Wow, the queen is seriously something else. We're probably going to talk to the justice dude, right? Because he was standing next to her. Prayer of lament, huh? There he is. I don't remember the voice I gave this guy. But he's got a cigar in his mouth, so. Don't see how that do any good. It's Justice Minister Inga.
Hmm? Who are you, buddy?
Nice to see you again, Minister Inga.
Again? Have we met?
I'm Phoenix Wright. We met in the accused lobby the other day.
All right, blue suit, jacket hair. You're that lawyer who brought my daughter down a peg or two.
Your daughter?
Yeah, Rayfa.
Oh, look, they have almost the same smirk. He's Princess Rayfa's father? So he's Queen Garen's husband.
You planning on sticking your fat nose in this mess, too?
The accused is a good friend of mine.
Like I said the last time, you better wash yourself, see?
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
You want to question me?
That would be great.
You got balls for a lawyer. Guess I could play along a bit. I got things to do, see? You ought to talk while I work.
I like this music, though. Oh, we should probably talk to him rather than examine, right? I wanted to let you know that I'll be the defense lawyer in this case, too.
Yeah, didn't I say... Well, don't say I didn't warn you. It wasn't last time because the idiotic prosecutor filed false charges.
Wait, he's smoking his stamp?
But it's going to be different this time. Got Khura'in's top prosecutor on this one, see?
I don't care who I go up against. I'm going to prove my client innocent.
You ever forgotten that little thing called the Defense Culpability Act, have you? Below this one, you'll suffer the same fate as the accused.
How could I forget?
Heh, your lawyer's all the same. Shut your stuff till the DC Act comes down hard. Then you start begging and pleading for your lives. Really hard to watch, I tell you.
Well, I don't plan on letting it come to that. Were you the one who wrote the Defense Culpability Act?
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. What's it to you? Either way, as Justice Minister, I'm going to enforce the thing. Started as a way to counter the dirty tricks of your trade like falsified evidence. But it turned out to be quite handy. Efficient, even.
Handy? Efficient?
Yeah, made my job real easy. Any goons who cross me or the Garen administration gonna get just what they deserve. Especially those rebel scum.
You can get away with that here?
Better watch your mouth, lawyer. I enforce the law in Khura'in, see? And being that I'm the queen's husband, that makes me king.
No, I'm pretty sure the queen is the boss around here.
Go on, say what you're thinking so I can charge you with lèse-majesté.
Can't get myself arrested now.
Listen up, lawyer. Got a low crime rate and a populace that lives in peace. That's all thanks to the DC Act. So I don't want to hear any more lip about it.
But I can't defend my client unless I can speak my mind.
Even without the DC Act, Dirk and his inserted scum buddies' days are numbered.
What's that supposed to mean?
Let's just say, you got a little trick up my sleeve. So I'd watch it if I were you. Cause you got a defiant attitude, like one of them dragon dupes.
Done DK, we'll head back. Sorry, it's between species too. Nice. That sounds like a cozy way to spend like the Christmas vacations and that kind of thing. Hopefully you can curl up with some warm hot chocolate and friends and a nice Switch controller or something.
Say, White, you know what these are?
No, what?
Orders of execution. They really pile up if I start slacking off.
What?
And tomorrow I'll have even more work to do. Processing the one for your little friend. You really do defend her out to add one more to the pile for you. But you're not stupid enough to waste your life on that criminal, are you?
Wow, he's something. Don't worry. Make sure to lighten your workload, Inga. Won't give you a single execution order to sign tomorrow. I have returned, Barbed Head. Your benevolence. Are you done with the rite? Yes. It was performed flawlessly. Lady Belieb stayed behind to speak with Mother. Hope this will help ease her sorrow, even if just a little. So you have been speaking with my father? Yes, you could say that. My father is a great man. He works tirelessly to keep the peace in our kingdom. Khura'in as it stands today owes everything to the efforts of my mother and my father. You should feel deeply honored. Under normal circumstances, they would have never spoken so readily with a lawyer. Yes, of course. Seems Rayfa doesn't know what her father is really like. Well, now that we're done here, let's go see if I can talk to Maya now. Look at Maya. Don't you want to just pat her on the head? Like, she needs head pats. We need to make sure that she's happy. Oh, it's you, Nick. Maya, are you okay? The question wasn't too harsh, was it? No, I'm all right. How about you? Make any progress? Well, I haven't found any conclusive evidence that could prove your innocence. But I have a small lead. Really? But for right now, I'd like to ask you about the High Priest. Sure, ask away. By the way, what's the princess doing with you still? Doesn't she have anything better to do? God, I love Maya. Just drop that one right there, right in front of her. Doesn't seem like it. I heard that. How rude. Of course I have many other things I could be doing. I don't think there's anything else to examine, right? We've looked at him before we did the bell. It looks like they still count. There's no step ladders or ladders, so. It's just a thought, but do you think the High Priest could have been a rebel? A rebel? How do you even think that? Because if he was, then the rebel hunter Lady Kira would have had a motive to kill him. What? Uh-oh. Princess Rayfa overheard me. What idiocy is this? I bet in me, a rebel, is beyond the pale. My mother has offered the prayer of lament to his soul. That's the sort of person he was. All right. I was just raising the possibility. Not listen to such tomfoolery. She stormed out. No, well, nothing we can do about that. Do you recall the High Priest doing anything suspicious? Come to think of it, he seemed unusually restless during the rite. He kept glancing up at the sky. I have no idea why. He was restless and kept looking up at the sky. That doesn't really tell us much, does it? Anything else come to mind? Sorry, that's about it. Guess this is all I'm going to learn about the High Priest right now. Oh, but there's one thing I should follow up on. Yeah, this. Why does she want to keep this a secret? With Princess Rayfa gone, this might be my only chance. Maya, about what you said earlier, why can't you tell anyone that you're able to channel spirits? Oh, that. You know how all the queens are also spirit mediums here? I heard. Kind of a shock at first, though. In Khura'ism, spirit channeling is a secret art that can only be performed by the queen. No one else is supposed to be able to do it. I see. So, spirit channeling is a symbol of power or authority, then, in that sense. I can see why it would look bad if nobody from another country were able to do it, too. Spirit channeling in the Khura'in tradition was developed from a Khura'in style that was brought to the US via Japan. But it seemed like my clan's spiritual power is greater than that of the average Khura'inese. It may be a quirk due to how our styles diverge, but I don't really know. So if spirit channeling is a power possessed only by the queens of Khura'in, it's a power that somehow made its way down the line to Maya, I guess that makes Queen Khura'in and her Princess Rayfa distant relatives? Maybe. Anyway, it's not like there's some kind of rule about it. It's just, I'd rather not have it become an issue or anything. That's why mediums who come here to try and hide the fact that they can channel spirits. I see. No idea it was so complicated. Either way, training here is a must to fulfill the qualifications needed to become the master. And what is this qualification to become the master? To be able to channel spirits of one's own volition and without fail every time. Like, remember how my spirit channeling was always hit or miss? I only ever succeeded about 30% of the time. Yeah, and it was more like spirits possessed her as opposed to her channeling them. So you can do it every single time now? Whenever you want? Yep. Oh, do you think... Oh, no, never mind. At least I think. You think? Well, I haven't actually tried channeling anyone since I completed my training here. But once I get back home, I plan on taking the final spirit medium test. Try channeling one spirit after another in a marathon channeling session. Only those who pass the test are worthy of becoming the master, huh? Yeah, but I know I can do it. I'm gonna ace that test and become the next master. After all, I can't let my clan of the other villagers down. Right. Maya's the next big hope of Khura'in village. That'll be a lot of pressure. Especially when you consider that apparently Pearl is better at it than her. I wonder if she still is, actually. Or if spending all her time at the aquarium has reduced that. So speaking of similarities, I've noticed another similarity between our countries besides spirit channeling. I saw a show on TV earlier that reminded me of the Steel Samurai. Oh, you must mean the Plumed Punisher. Sorry, Plumed Punisher. Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm. How is this relevant, Maya? You've already seen the Plumed Punisher. You really don't miss a beat. Actually, it was her benevolence who told me about it. There is not a single person in Khura'in who does not know of it. Oh, your benevolence. You're back. As the royal priestess, I am charged with monitoring your movements. So I've changed my mind. For in order to fulfill my duty, I must not avert my ears, not even from your blasphemous theories. Sense of duty is commendable, but I wouldn't mind if you backed off a bit. Great timing, your benevolence. There's actually something I wanted to show off to the both of you. Show off? Maya sure seems excited all of a sudden. Yep. Ta-da! Oh, what's that? Oh, it's like a little Lady Kira stat figurine thing. Ultra rare plume... Oh, right, Plume Punisher. Ultra rare Plume Punisher strap. There's only one of them in the whole world. It was specially made to promote the TV show. You're the owner of this strap? Don't tell me you're a Plume Punisher fan too, your benevolence. No, of course not. Only little children watch that show. I have no interest in such things. Right. No, I'm telling the truth. Sure. Let's just leave it at that. So how did you get your hands on that, Maya? Found a kindred spirit in the Plume Punisher fan here in Khura'in. Resulted in an exchange of cultures transcending national borders. And by culture exchange, you mean you swap TV show promo merchandise? You bet. I traded my Steel Samurai watch for this strap. Super rare watch that plays the Steel Samurai theme song when the alarm goes off. My newfound Khura'inese friend was so happy I got this one-of-a-kind strap in return. Guess there are people like that wherever you go, even here in Khura'in. Watch this. When you press the Magatama on the belt, it plays the show's theme song. That sounds just like the Steel Samurai theme song. I mean, no it doesn't? Like, at all? No, it sounds nothing like... Doesn't the Steel Samurai theme song go da-na-da-da-da-da-da-da-da? Like it's just the Ace Attorney theme, but slightly different? I'm pretty sure this is not the same. What are you talking about? Can you hear the folk instruments in the intro and the exotic tone throughout? Plus, the Steel Samurai has Japanese taiko drums that go... Yeah, it is this. Yeah, they're totally different. Wait, what are they trying to pull on me? They are completely different. The Plume Punisher theme when the Mario... Yeah. Right. I guess my ears just aren't as good as yours. Anyway, I had this amazing idea for a new show. The Plume Punisher versus the Steel Samurai. Now they're playing both together. Gonna totally go pitch it at some TV station when I get back home. Gonna be a huge hit. Right, your benevolence? I have no interest in such things. Well, if nothing else, talking about the Plume Punisher has thankfully seemed to cheer Maya up a bit. It's getting late. Try to get some sleep, okay, Maya? And leave tomorrow to me. Okay, thanks, Nick. Covered just about everything. Time to head back to the temple and go over everything I've learned so far. With who? Her? What's up? You going home? My father is a great man with a gentle soul. Is it? No, he's fucking not. Yeah, sure. You too could become a man of upstanding character if you learn from his example. Look how proud she is, though. See, that is nice, though. If I was her father, I would be, like, so touched to know that, like, my daughter is proud of me. That's how it would be. Upstanding character, huh? I care little for that tone of yours, as if you do not agree. No, you have it all wrong. Why is my face always such an open book? You have visited the accused a number of times already. Could it be you are smuggling in tools one at a time for a jailbreak? Of course not. Besides, you've been watching me like a hawk. Well then, perhaps you are cutting the bars in the visitor's room, bit by bit. I don't know, I don't see anything over there. How on earth would I even do that? With that barbed head of yours, of course. No, this is getting ridiculous. Of course it is. Merely having a little fun here. Well, please don't have it at my expense. Mentally taxed enough already. I can just present stuff to her for fun. What do you think about this? No, she doesn't care. Is there anything that, like, she does care about? Oh wait, she probably cares about this. She does. Don't flaunt that strap before me. No, I get the feeling you really want this for yourself, you benevolence. You nincompoop! You know not of what you speak. I desired it so dearly that I had all of our retainers dispatch multiple postcards for it. Alright then. To really want was an understatement. That's funny. I don't think there's really anything else. Unless you can translate this for me. Why is that warning letter comprised of paper cutouts? Probably because the author wanted to hide their identity. It's not a common technique these days, but with the spread of computers and printers. We have such modern conveniences here in Khura'in too. Sure you do. Not that I've ever actually seen any of them. Well, back to the temple we go, I guess. Again, like the names of this place, like they're silly, but also I don't know. Part of me wishes that they were slightly not so obvious, I guess. Anyway. Mr. Wright, your benevolence. It's Albie, yeah. Are you done with your investigation for today? Like, Albie, your guide, is actually okay-ish, you know? Because you see Albie, and you're like, yeah, that sounds like an actual person's name. And then your guide, like, is spelled guide, I guess. So only if you're, like, thinking internet slang do you pick up on it. Otherwise, it's I'll be your guide. Which, I mean, is there, but, like, I don't know. It's not as obvious as, like, trust in me. Pretty much. Thought I'd go over what I've learned so far. Care to join me? Yes, please, allow me to help. Alright. First, we know that the High Priest received a warning 3 days ago. From someone claiming to be Lady Kira, and told him not to perform the rite. That's right, it's that rebel hunter. But what of it? That's I'm not sure of yet. Why would Lady Kira want to stop the rite? If you could solve that mystery, right, you could figure out her motive for threatening the High Priest. Might be the break I need, but I just don't know enough right now to act on that lead. How unfortunate for you, Barbed Head. Your only hope is pure speculation. That shall not stand up in the Hall of Justice. You have no actual proof of Lady Kira's involvement in this crime, after all. Yeah, The warning letter alone can't prove it killed the High Priest. I'll give you one last chance to withdraw before you are charged under the DC Act. Look how freaking proud she is. Again. Your benevolence! While it is true you did not forge or suppress any evidence, that is perhaps a product of my careful monitoring of your every move. I wasn't planning to do anything like that in the first place, your benevolence. But I am going to prove Maya's innocence, within the confines of the law. How can you be so sure you will? Because of my undying faith in my clients. The lawyer's greatest weapon. What nonsense. You have chosen to dig your own grave. When next we meet, it shall be in the Hall of Justice. As royal priestess, it is my duty to reveal the truth through the divination seance. This time, I will prove that the insights I gleaned therein, or thereof, are the very truth itself. Prepare yourself, for this shall be your last trial, and your last rites. Tomorrow shall end with you under the headsman's axe. I doubt it, but thanks anyway. Her sense of sight that she's going to get some insights probably going to help us with the whole Kira thing, would be my bet. Okay, we don't need the flashback. It was only one thing ago. Whole seance thing makes trials here completely different from those back home. Like a game gimmick. Plus I now have a shred of conclusive evidence. On the other hand, got plenty of confusion and anxiety to spare. I have to think of something. After all, I'm the only lawyer in all Khura'in. I have to do this. I will do this. I'll prove Maya's innocence if it's the last thing I do. And it might be the last thing he does if we can't do it. Just saying. Bam, 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 bam. Actually, wait. We're going to keep going, obviously. But this isn't the first time we've had an actual, like, in-episode intermission, right? We've had at least one. Because I know the first one just went all the way through. The second one? I don't remember. No, it didn't, because that one wrapped up in a single day, too. Huh. All right, 9:40 a.m. Wasn't able to find any conclusive evidence yesterday. But if I can figure out Lady Kira's motive for threatening the High Priest, maybe... Yuck. Today well... Don't sit down, Maya. Gonna defend you with everything I've got. You would do well to cease this insanity while you still can. I assume it's Inga. Oh no, it's Rayfa. Rayquaza, as it were. As I said yesterday, I'm going to defend my client in court. Well, know this. You shall not witness a miracle of the sort that occurred last time. The moment she is found guilty, you too will be found guilty of abetting the accused. Never claimed to be a miracle maker, but I am good at discovering the truth. And unlike miracles, the truth is always waiting to be found. The truth, you say? Then it seems you have chosen your fate. This shall be your last rites, I assume. Yep. Oh, I was close. Your very last trial. Yuck. Gonna prove you innocent, Maya. You'll see. After all, you have to introduce the Plume Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm, to the folks back home, right? Right. Let me be a defendant this time. But I'll be by your side like always, Nick. Thanks, Maya. Place is tough on lawyers. Need all the help I can get. Plus, it's always good to have you on the team. Well, it's time. Let's go. Aw. Isn't Maya, like, she's just so adorable. You just want to, like, wish that she didn't constantly get into trouble every single damn game. Oh, why? Why, Maya? Why? All right, and there's douchebag McGee over there. Sad body. I forgot. I wasn't giving him a... Like, I gave him an old man voice, but I gave him a different old man voice, right?
the trial of Maya Fey begin.
Oh, right. Sorry, I keep forgetting, and they show him at least once every time, and every time it makes me laugh. Just look at him. The tiger eating the dragon, I think it's what's on there. The fence is ready. The Huta is silent. Doing his prayers, I see.
Quiet! Can't you see Prosecutor Samadhi is absorbed in silent prayer?
Great. Trial's barely starting. The judge is already mad at me. He's very devout for a prosecutor.
Why is the accused standing over there?
Oh, well. Your Majesty, in addition to being the accused, she's also my assistant.
The accused is your assistant, you say? Very well then. A criminal does indeed make a fitting partner to a lawyer with a defiled soul.
That, wasn't very nice. Yeah, well, bad-mouthing lawyer seems to be a custom of sorts here in Khura'in.
I must say, I'm surprised to see you still here in Khura'in, Mr. Wright. And more so to find you in the Hall of Justice once more. Oh, I cannot fathom why you would willingly risk your life in yet another trial.
The answer is simple, Your Majesty. I'm a lawyer, and this is what lawyers do. Although, to be frank, I'd rather be anywhere but here right now. Such foolishness.
Ah, Prosecutor Samadhi, are you ready to begin now?
Yes, Your Majesty. The prosecution is ready. Let us begin without further delay. But first, I promise you both this. I will cast your wicked souls into the fires of hell. Gee, thanks. Thus shall the soul of the victim attain salvation.
Splendid. I expect nothing less of you, Prosecutor Samadhi.
Please save the victim's soul, Prosecutor Samadhi. Punish the wicked lawyers who dare to stop these last rites. I think I'll pass on that whole fire and brimstone deal. But I'm not surprised by your words or stance, considering what Apollo told me about you. So it was you who instilled that putrid lawyerly guile within him.
Putrid what?
He too must soon face the fires, lest his soul be lost to redemption. But I shall send you on ahead, so that he will not be lonely when he arrives. Sorry, but I'm afraid it won't be that easy. People say I never know when to give up. Nervous, Maya? A little. Feels like it's been ages since we stood side by side like this in court. Too bad I'm the defendant. Don't worry. We haven't lost a case together yet. You're right. Let's give this everything we've got, Nick.
Now then, Prosecutor Samadhi, would you please explain the case at hand?
Of course, Your Majesty. Let us begin the last rites of the victim. Maya Fey has been charged with the crime of murder. The victim of her heinous crime was High Priest Tarustin Me. He was conducting the purification rite when he was brutally slain.
And the cause of death?
Let us review the victim's autopsy report and crime scene photo, shall we? The cause of death was blood loss from a stab wound delivered to the abdomen. The murder weapon was likely the Warbad dagger, which was used in the rite. What if the High Priest was Lady Kira? And he, parachuted down and fell on the pointy bit and impaled himself? Just a thought. However, the weapon is yet to be found, though the scene was thoroughly searched.
A sacred relic used as a tool of murder. The Holy Mother's wrath shall be most severe.
The murder itself took place at the height of the purification rite. The accused had donned Lady Kira's sacred robes, and the victim was there to offer prayers as a high priest of Khura'inism. Hi, Money. Welcome in. During the rite, the victim and accused were the only two at the inner sanctum. Therefore, the only person who could have slain the victim is Maya Fey. Why does Maya always... Wait, this is not the first time that Maya's had not only, she's the defendant, but also the whole locked room mystery thing. Hasn't that happened multiple times? I feel like it's happened multiple times.
I must say, that does cast a great deal of suspicion upon the accused.
Indeed. Now then, allow me to submit this diagram of the crime scene as evidence in this case. Thanks. In Khura'ism, slaying a priest is a sin most grave and dreadful. As such, Mayafe's soul shall be plunged into the lowest level of hell, the hell of tickling. Tickling? Really? Oh, yeah. The one with the channeling one was a locked room as well. Does Mia's death count as a locked room? I forget. I don't think Mia's room wasn't locked when she was killed. It was just like an awkward location and everything. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There was the time she got kidnapped before, but that wasn't her on trial either. Wait. Wasn't the last one the one where she was busy like doing her training up in the mountains in the third game? Was that one? That one was a locked room-ish, right? Because the bridge was out or something? Yeah. They really like to be mean to Maya. There she shall be tickled without end for 500 million years. Really? That long?
This is a terrible fate indeed. Will the defense care to respond?
I thought the lowest level of hell was the hell of back pain. I don't remember killing anyone, and I don't have that dagger or anything like it. As my client stated, she has no memory of the event as described by the prosecution. But more importantly, she had no motive to kill the high priest in the first place. I thought you might say that. Nevertheless, the meaningless prattle of lawyers is utterly ineffectual here in the law of justice. That does not answer the question, Nahuta, you idiot. For all will be made clear by her benevolence, Rayfa Padma Khura'in's insights.
So it is, and so it shall be. The divination seance reveals the truth for all to see.
Here we go again.
Bailiff, please show in the royal priestess.
All right, show us the insights. I want to see the site specifically, please. Also, the scent. I want to know if the thing smelled of incense or not, because I feel like that would tell us if it was an imposter wearing the Lady Kira outfit, or if it was actually the Lady Kira outfit being worn too. Popular as ever, I see. Rest assured, good people of Khura'in, I will defeat this murderer and her abettor. Really? That's how you believe it. They shall not escape on their Freedom Express today.
The joy it is to have the royal priestess back in the Hall of Justice. May the Holy Mother grant us her divine favor. Urge Ihara Khura'in.
I don't know what that means. Must mean we are idiots. Hooray. She sure looks pleased with herself. Especially for someone who didn't know what a Freedom Express was until yesterday. Is there something stuck to my face, barbed head? No. Nothing in your benevolence. How much hair gel does Phoenix travel with? Just thinking about his hair.
Now then, your benevolence. The divination seance, if you please.
Very well. Nana, my robe. Swish. Are they gonna do the little dance again? Oops.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name.
Forgot that she speaks.
Let the eyes of everyone here be clear, and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.
She dance. She can dance if she want to. Leave her soul behind. Or, well, leave a victim's soul behind, I guess. And if your soul don't dance... What happens if someone, like, pretends to die? You know? Like they like faked their murder or something. You know what I mean? Like so that there's no soul to summon. So does that just cause problems? Wait, what's the symbol on her back? It's not the death symbol, is it? Rayfa, can you turn around, please? No, it's different. I do like this music though, because it reminds me of like Yuki Yuna as a hero. So, you know, Yuki Kajiro's music. The same person who did the music for Madoka. Or Madoka. Some Miguka. Some Puella magic. Oh, here we go. Okay. So we see Maya. And we see the lanterns and stuff. Why is Maya not wearing the outfit, though? Because shouldn't she be wearing the outfit? Okay. Started, like, reading the rites or whatever. There's wind, and then Kira appeared with the stabby. Incense. Okay, so the incense is there. Also, Maya has disappeared, so, I mean, that doesn't look good for her.
The victim's Mitama has spoken. The divination seance is complete.
Great. Another clearly incriminating seance vision. It could not be any clearer, O foul defense. The accused donned the sacred robes of Lady Kira, and then attacked the victim. I don't know about that.
Well, very terrible it must have been.
This does blow my theory about him being under the robes and, like, falling down out of the water, though, sadly.
The figure of Lady Kira is lit against the dim lantern light. Scent of incense growing ever more potent as she drew near. One can almost sense the horror of it Amy must have felt.
Where's the notes about the incense? The water in the spring was already stained red. Oh, wait a minute. The lanterns, though. Were the lanterns lit on both sides in that vision? Because there's a broken one, according to this, to his right, which would place him... It either places him facing the other direction, or it means that the lantern wasn't broken yet at that time, which doesn't really tell us anything. The facts as presented by Benevolence are indisputable. But that wasn't me. Do something, Nick. I'm working on it. Couldn't have been any clearer. Set in for another uphill battle. The accused committed this vile act during our ancient tradition, the purification rite. Come to think of it, the rites guide explains the multiple purification rite in detail. Oh, it does, doesn't it? Forgot about this. Okay, you're supposed to face north. Noted. The high priest reads scripture while a priestess dons the robes, which have been purified with incense. The priestess enters the spring, and the high priest purifies both her and the dagger. The ceremony ends with the rite of fire, in which the priestess circles the sacred flames to purify our souls. They pray for 2 days, which is ridiculous. So basically the whole thing's a fancy way for Lady Kira to take a bath once a year. Right. Thank you, Maya. Oh, they just opened it for me. Whoops. The transformation, right? The high priest reads scripture while a priestess dons the robe of Lady Kira. Rite of water. She enters the spring and the high priest purifies her along with her dagger. Rite of fire. The priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. What was that last one? Indeed. It would seem that the murder occurred during the transformation rite. The rite dictates that the high priest stand in front of the spring. Therefore, the accused must have attacked him from the direction of the broken lantern. Okay, well, there's your contradiction right there. Well, Barbed Head? Well, Rayfa, you're wrong. Would you care to object? Yes, of course, because I know my client's innocent. So you say, you truly do not know when you are beaten, do you? Managed to pull it off last time with Albie. I'll just have to do it again.
You intend to find fault with her benevolent insight yet again. These lawyers are Pokunan creatures indeed.
Look at that Pokunan. Pokunan. Oh no, it's Pokonka or something is the surprise word. What exactly is a Pokunan? Someone who's a real piece of work, so to speak. They can call me anything they want. The only thing I care about is uncovering the truth. So, Barbed Head, are you foolish enough to risk your life for your so-called truth? Because my insights are the truth. To deny them is willingly digging your grave. I don't know, I won once already. Alright. This shouldn't be that hard, though, because I'm pretty sure it's the lantern thing. Victim commenced the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and reading a sutra. As the first part, transformation rite ended, he lowered the sutra. Suddenly, he heard the accused approaching footsteps and smelled her incense. I mean, that shouldn't be surprising, right? As far as the thing goes, he's supposed to purify them. It was then that the victim felt an intense pain, but this is where he was stabbed. As his life's blood spilled over, his vision dimmed, till finally he passed from our world. Okay, but the spring was also red before he died. So there's that. That's everything the victim experienced in his final moments. Thanks. Dressed in the sacred robes of Lady Kira, the accused rushed the victim head-on. The brutal stabbing she perpetrated could not have been any clearer. Yes, it is plain for all to see. No, it wasn't me! Sudden drowsiness came over me during the transformation rite. I didn't get a chance to put on Lady Kira's robes. You waste our time with such meaningless statements, accused. Cannot explain away the truths revealed by the royal priestess's divine insight. Oh, how did you end up finding contradictions last time? Oh, you know, we just did this part. The deceased's final memories include all 5 senses. Oh, you mean those words that appear in the pool of souls? Looked to me like the bigger the word, the stronger the sensation was to the victim. Yeah, that's how it looked to me, too. The sensations themselves are never wrong, only their interpretations. That's why I tried to point out mistakes in Rayfa's insights the last time. So there could be contradictions between what Abbot Emmy felt and her insights, huh? You got it. I'm gonna find them this time, too. Should I check how to point out contradictions in Rayfa's insights? No? This wasn't that long ago. Still. Sensations this time seem to fluctuate more than the ones from Albie's trial. In which case, better keep an eye on changes in intensity, too. Time to point out the contradictions. Okay. I'm fine with them, like, adding a bit here. Also, I just kind of like that there's movement, I guess? I don't know. Like, I like that there's like a little video of what happened. It's kind of nice. Okay. Okay, so he did bow to the lanterns, and they both... They both seemed lit. He lowered the sutra. And then there's wind. So he lowered the sutra. So the fact that the fire is doing what it's doing makes you think that he was facing the broken lantern, right? So that wind is to his right. And then he's got the freak. The weird thing is how the incense like fades in and out almost. Like I think that's just weird. Does he smell incense at any other point in time? Dent. This thing. The wind happens. The freak's here. Wait. What? Hold on. Can I see that last one again? Was there something... Or was that just looping? That goes away. Oh no, that's just the pool resetting. Alright, never mind. Okay. Commence the purification rite by bowing to the lanterns and the sutra. Yeah. True. Nothing different about that. And he reads his sutra. Then he heard footsteps and smelled her incense. The incense was weird, don't you think? Like there's wind blowing away from him. And then the incense flickers and gets faster. Are we sure that she's moving towards him and not the other way around? Like the way he moves is kind of weird, don't you think? Like, are we sure that the Kira outfit isn't on the bird? And like he got pushed towards it or something like that? Like the wind is weird too. I really don't know what to select though here. He heard her footsteps. I mean, the incense... It's weird that the incense gets, like, way bigger than the footsteps, though, right? Or maybe not? Like, if she's getting closer, shouldn't the footsteps be getting bigger, too? Also, it's really the wind that's throwing me off here. Why is there wind? So, wait, how is there wind? It's an enclosed area. Sound is wind? He heard the... Wait, what?
Objection!
This is probably not it, but I'm going to push on it because I'm really curious what the heck this is. Isn't this statement... No, okay, no. This is definitely a penalty for me. I think not. Exactly. That's where the inconsistency lies.
Oh, I believe it is the defense's thought process that the inconsistency lies. Yeah, okay. What is it, Maya? I'm still trying to figure out this whole insight thing. When the words change size, that means the intensity of those sensations is changing too, right? That's what it looks like to me. So then, that's probably something we should keep an eye on too. Sure, we should be on the lookout for changes that shouldn't take place. They do anyway. And changes that don't occur when they should. Yeah. Guess all that training sharpened Maya's mind along with her powers. Compare the vision to the insights while looking for changes in the intensity. So I guess the wind is fine. Then he hears sound. Then the footsteps stay the same. Like the footsteps staying the same is what's really weird. I'm gonna assume that that's actually the issue. So let's reload to get our penalty thing back just in case. And then we'll go from there. Oh, so the reason I scum it, by the way, is because I don't want to end up ignoring it and then, like, ending up where we have to reload every single time, like, as we fail over and over again, you know? So. Yeah, the footsteps not changing is weird.
Objection!
The victim supposedly heard the accused's approaching footsteps. But did he really? What nonsense is this? Is it not abundantly clear? No, it's not. Because there is something strange about those footsteps. Strange? Explain yourself, Barbed Head. The footsteps are strange because they don't get louder. They're not getting any louder.
And why exactly does that matter?
Focus your attention on the incense the victim smelled. The scent grows stronger as the accused approaches. If the accused really had approached the victim, the sound of her footsteps would have grown louder as the scent of incense grew stronger.
Why, that makes perfect sense. How can this be explained, your benevolence?
Well, there must be a reason.
Objection!
Oh, fuck off, said Marty. It is as they say, even a putrid worm of a lawyer will return. What does that even mean? He's not exactly singing your praises, that's for sure. Still, we cannot discount this information solely on account of its lawyerly source. Your benevolence, perhaps you must listen more carefully to the abbot's mitama. Listen more carefully? What's he talking about? Yes, it would appear so. I shall try to refine the sensation. Refine the sensation? I can more accurately gauge sensations by deepening my communication with the mitama. I didn't know you could do that. Why have we never done this before? By refining the sensation, a clearer picture of the truth can be discovered. So is she channeling him more intensely then, basically? Oh, blessed mitama, I beseech you, hear me now and respond to my call. Come forth, so that we may bawl. Bells? Oh, it's his feet noises. He's the one walking towards it. Footsteps changing to bells.
What could this mean?
The high priest wears bells on his feet, so bells. But the only bells of the scene of the crime were... that jingling must have come from Amy's bells. You mean those big things he had on his ankles? Well, there you have it. The sound of bells was from the high priest's own footsteps. Then that means... If the footsteps belong to the victim himself, it means it was the victim who was moving, not the accused. The victim was the one who went running toward the broken lantern from the spring. A far cry from what a benevolent insights would have us believe. Shit, Rayfa. Please don't, though. That's actually disgusting. But why would the victim have approached the accused? Maybe he was trying to defend himself. Please explain. He could have felt threatened by Lady Kira standing there with the dagger. If so, he might have thought to overpower her before she attacked. Still your voices. Nothing but a theory, and a poor one at that. Do not let us stray by this lawyer's obvious postulation. While his insolence is inexcusable, I would ask that you calm yourself, your benevolence. Is there something you would care to say, Prosecutor Samadi? Even if it was Abbot and me who moved, it does not negate the accused's crime. What do you mean? The accused was likely waiting for the high priest to approach. And as he neared, she plunged the dagger into him. It's as simple as that. Oh, right. Really doesn't change much, does it? Yes, it is as the prosecutor has said. In fact, it is as I meant to say all along as well. So smug. Right, and that's why you're so shocked when you first heard it. Understand now, lawyer, that contradiction you conjured up has come to naught. Once I hone my insight, it will vanish like the divine rays of the sun. Okay. He rushed the accused and tried to fight her off by the broken lantern. Okay. See? The fact that it was Abbot Amy who moved changes nothing. Ugh, come on, Phoenix, you gotta keep your cool. Contradiction I pointed out must mean something. That one sensation changed after Princess Rayfa refined her vision. Stands to reason that something else might have changed too because of their refinement. Should focus on any sensations that have changed. Yeah, I know. Pull my nose, why don't you? Oops, oh, sorry. We'll go back. We should watch it in full in case there's something new. Okay, so there's Maya actually doing her job for once. Dude needs to get his eyes checked. Okay, he reads the sutra. He lowers the sutra. Feels... Was it... Oh, sorry, hold on. Was it feel or... Oh, no, he hears it, right? Yes, he hears it. Okay. He hears the wind. And then... water. He's wet. He is approaching the other direction, I'm pretty sure. Water, pain, banana. Okay. He rushed the accused and tried to fight her out by the broken lantern. Well, that doesn't make any damn sense now, does it? We're Quasar.
Objection!
The sound of water, huh? Hold it. How do we know the purification rite was performed exactly as it was supposed to be? That's easy. The customs governing the rite are very clear, and Abbot Amy would have adhered to them. Well, that's strange.
Mr. Wright, would you care to explain just what is so strange?
Yes, I would ask you to consider the sound of the victim's footsteps. Wait, what? No, I said water. Or is it his footsteps in the water? The sound of bells changes to the sound of water at one point. What's this? It's simple. The victim must have stepped in some water. Oh? Yes. And the only source of water in the inner sanctum is the spring. And therein lies the contradiction. What contradiction? I believe the rite started out as it should have. The victim stood with his back to the spring, and the accused stood right in front of him. But we now know that the victim then moved to the spring.
Pokunka! That is absurd!
This means the accused's location differs from what her benevolent insights indicate.
Where do you propose the accused stood when she donned Lady Kira's robes?
In the spring. We've been over this. Why do I have to point it out? Based on the sound of the victim's footsteps, I believe Maya was standing here. Where was Maya standing? Well, she would have been standing... What? Wait, huh? I mean, wouldn't... What? If he's approaching her, then she's standing here?
Take that!
You really believe the accused is standing there?
Not when you say it that way, Your Majesty.
Keep making sloppy statements like that, Mr. Wright. I'll have your tongue.
With the chop.
Let's have a natural answer out of you. Where do you believe the accused was actually standing?
In the spring? Okay, yeah. Let us get our thing back. And we just got the melody to repeat there, so this is good. Okay, there we go. See, I provided the music while we were waiting. Man, that reminds me of when I tried to learn the violin. It's hard to make those things not sound like dying.
Take that!
Until this moment, we've all just assumed that Abbot Emmy and Miss Fay were standing where they were supposed to be, as shown in this rights guide. In short, the victim should have been standing with his back to the spring, and the accused in front. However, if that is how they really were standing, he couldn't have stepped into the spring as he approached her. The problem is the victim did step into the spring. This only means that Miss Fay had actually been standing in the water.
But if this is true, their positions would have been completely reversed.
So they were in the second part of the right then? The right of water, in which the priestess enters the spring dressed as Lady Kira. Yeah. Okay, I mean, this doesn't really feel like it changes anything, though.
Oh, what is going on here, Miss Fay? Were you really standing in the spring?
I'm sorry, but I barely remember anything about the rite.
The High Priest would never make such an obvious blunder during the rite. Is that impossible?
Be that as it may, this does not overturn my insights. It doesn't. Let us say the accused was standing in the spring. So what? So what? Completely reverses their positions is what? That their positions differ from what is customary is rather curious. However, what does that change? Certainly does not erase the accused's brutal crime. I guess you have a point there. You lawyers are an absurd breed. Never thinking ahead, you cling to the first insignificant contradiction you can muster. Ugh. Sounds like Princess Rayfa has a pretty good grasp on what lawyers are all about. Maya, where would I be without your brutally frank commentary right now? This contradiction really meaningless? No, it means they were at a different part of the rite. But something really doesn't feel right. Did I take a wrong turn somewhere? I'll now amend my insight to account for this new truth. Tried to fight her off by the poolside lantern. I mean, there's more than one of those, but alright. Now the contradiction is no more. But the truth of the matter still stands, no matter how stubbornly you deny it.
What do you have to say for yourself now, Mr. Wright?
Nick? Your Majesty, this lawyer may have raised a trivial objection, but her benevolence insights have no further inadequacies of any kind.
Yes, so it would seem.
Wait a second, but there is another contradiction. Hi, Devkind.
Still you flounder about.
Sorry, wrong voice. Still you flounder about, wretched beast. Though you rack that putrid brain of yours, nothing worthwhile will come of it. Maya, please tell me you remember something that might help us out here. Sorry, I really don't remember a thing. But now that the place I was standing in has changed, who knows? That alone may cause a new discrepancy with Princess Rayfa's insights. That's right. We now know that Maya was standing in the spring. Major change like that could very well produce a contradiction. The wind doesn't make sense still, right? Should take another look at the inner sanctum diagram of the court record. Confirm where Maya and Abbot Amy were standing. Then focus on finding any discrepancies between their positions and the insights. So, here, right? Nothing crazy going on there. So she's standing in the pool, which is why both of those are lit with nothing weird about it. Right? Actually, that doesn't make any sense still. Because then there's wind and this thing's moving. By the spring side lantern. Yeah, see, that's the part that doesn't make any sense. Because if we look at... Where is it? So this... Like, allegedly, he is looking towards the spring. But the wind and the lantern there... That's the broken one. Can I see the sight here? Okay, I'm gonna go for this again because the fact that we're now specifically saying the spring side lantern feels like what's important here.
Objection!
Is the vision clear enough though? Because it is really blurry. No, it's not. This is the... Yeah. I feel like this is important. Maybe it's just not the right moment. But also that still doesn't... Oh, wait, no, it does make sense. So he was moving... He was moving toward where the snow was melted, right? We don't have any... Hi, wait. Oh, there's two here. Here we go. Yeah, like I feel like he went this way, right? Like this is the lantern to his right that he's looking at. And there's a puddle of water because that stuff melted. There's also just, if they are finishing the first one, it's still kind of weird. Tried to fight her off by the spring side lantern. It really doesn't make any sense. Also, the wind doesn't make any sense either. Like...
Objection!
This isn't it, the music didn't change. Sorry, I just thought of an Ace Attorney like streamer name. All right. Anyway, the wind. He sees her. Incense, water, pain. His vision dim until he finally passed the small world. Also, why does his vision get all like blurry like this? Were they both drugged? I mean, he's not really rushing her. Bells. The incense gets more intense. Water, the pain. Touch. Yeah, I guess that's touch. Smell. Pain. The water goes away. Not really sure what I should be doing here. I do really feel like it's the spring side lantern thing that's the problem. But the wind didn't do anything, right?
Objection!
You want to give me the hint again, Maya, please? Yeah. Come on. Let me get the hint. Rushed the accused, tried to fight her off. Are we sure this is the purification, right? Not the water one. Hold on, sorry, go back real quick. So, it's weird. I mean, that's sight. It's weird how the incense. Wait, what the? Bells, water, incense, pain. Pain. The water goes away, all he can do is smell it. Then his vision fades. And he's still in pain. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a contradiction. Like, am I dumb? He bows. He's bowing to the... He's bowing to the left and right one here, right? And then he turns around for some reason. Is he like intentionally turning around now? It still doesn't make any sense to me. Like this is the weird thing. Rush the accused and try to fight her off. He rushes the accused. Tries to fight her off. It really looks like he's falling, doesn't it? Smell water sound. Pain again. I don't get it. I don't know. I must be missing something obvious, right? Bows to the lanterns. This is true. He does this. It's not the same lantern though, but he does this. And then he reads a sutra. The priestess enters the spring. Cause of death. Blood loss from a deep abdominal wound caused by a bladed weapon. Does the location make sense? He was stabbed in the abdomen. He hears the wind, and then it disappears. And then he hears the sound of his own bells as he moves forward. Actually, that's so weird though, right? Bells and water. Incense. Incense. Sound of water. And touch. Tried to fight her off by the springside lantern, but he's not really doing much fighting now, is he? And then the water disappears. Is that the part that doesn't make sense? The fact that there's no more water? But also, it's not like I can actually highlight that. I still smelled the incense at the end for a little bit, but then it disappears because he's dying. Again, no contradiction here. Are we sure this is the transformation, right? Rush the accused and try to fight her off by the springside lantern. I mean, the bells do get louder. Like right before it goes water. Is that what's weird?
Objection!
No. I don't know. I don't know, does anyone have any idea? Like, I don't want, like, the full-blown, hey, it's obviously this kind of, I looked it up sort of answer. But, like, does anyone have any reasoning that I'm missing here? Because I don't know. I kind of feel dumb. Rush the accused, try to fight her off. Like, to me, the site's just all wrong as well. I don't know. All these things seem fine. The wind blows, things broken, hears the bells, feels the water, smells the incense, dies. Felt an intense pain. Does he feel the pain at any other point in time? Not doing a very good job fighting her off, just saying.
Objection!
No. I'm just guessing at this point. Like, what haven't I tried yet? If I fail, do they actually execute me? Rush the accused, try to fight her off. Vision dimmed. Purification rate. The whole thing is the purification rate, right? Yeah. So it's not a discrepancy there. He lowered the thing when suddenly he heard the stuff and everything. Then the bells happened and he's
Objection!
smelling the incense. Then we're getting it wrong again, which is fine. Just give me a hint. Wait, maybe... Is it something as dumb as this? Hold on.
Objection!
Is it this? No, okay. Didn't know if, like, pointing out that the, like, that he was facing the not broken one first, and then facing the broken one would come into play here at all. So he was facing towards the spring at the start of it all, right? Does it matter that the blade flashes? Probably not, right? Also, why would he rush her? Just saying.
Objection!
No. What do we got? What do we got? Oh wait, can I get some info of you? Okay. Take a look at the inner sanctum diagram of the court record and confirm where Maya and Abedini were standing, then focus on finding any discrepancies between their positions and the insights. Again, like, this feels like it's an obvious thing, but I don't know where to point, I guess. Because I'm not missing just like a straight up objection button, right? Like, we have to do the pressy, pointy bit. Like, it really feels like it's got to be this, right? Like, how's it not this? Also, the wind is coming from his east, isn't it? Which is also weird. Because shouldn't it be coming from a different direction? I don't know. Oh gosh. Consult. Yeah, thanks. Give me baby mode. Yes, I am having a tough time, Maya. You wanna hit me with some channeling or something? Bring out Mia? Call Pearl? Why don't you read the insights while focusing on what the victim saw? So I am right. It is the lantern bullshit, right? The purification rite. Bowing to the lanterns. Reading a sutra. He reads. Actually, what is he reading? He's not reading. No, he's not reading that. Like, come on, it's this, dude. Vision dimity passed from this world. Yeah, sight went out, sure. There really isn't anything. Wasn't the priest stepping on something the moment he got stabbed? I mean, he's stepping in the water. Right, like, so he does this. The water is his footsteps. Or his sense of touch, I think. And then he gets the pain like this. So there's touch, sound, smell, and sight. See, it really... It really feels like it must be this, right? Because, like, you can see the flame flickering and everything. Wait, what? Okay, If I had my If I had an actual camera set up, you could see me pointing angrily at the ceiling right now and shaking my finger. I clicked that before. Did I not? I clicked that before. Oh shit. Hold on. Excuse me. Autosave. Whoa, hold on. Wait, which one have I been saving in? This one. Like I'm not crazy, right? Right? Like I clicked that before, didn't I? Like there it is, look. You can see the thing moving in the wind. Okay, whatever. Your balance, I found a new contradiction. The game's programming didn't give me the contradiction before. No doubt it's but another of your vile attempts to slander my insights. Nope. Take a good look at what the victim saw. This might change your mind. The lantern flame behind the accused was flickering. There's nothing unusual about that, especially as the wind had stirred. No, that's where you're wrong. If the accused had been standing in the spring, then what you see here should be one of the lanterns flanking the statue. I fail to see your point. My point is, something is wrong here. The two lanterns flanking the statue were both outfitted with glass wind guards, so neither lantern flame should have been flickering in the wind in the first place. She seems pretty tickled, Nick. I don't remember saying anything funny. I fail to see what you wish to prove here, but very well. Shall refine the vision and reveal the truth for all to see. Do a little dance. Refine a little vision. All right. Show us the lantern. Lantern doesn't have a wind guard on it. And rightly so. For the wind guard was removed to reveal the sacred flame within for the rite of fire. Therefore, there is nothing odd about the flame flickering. Say what? But when we searched the crime scene, those lanterns had their wind guards on. That's because the police put them back on. Oh, so they tamper with the crime scene, you say? The sacred flames have been burned uninterrupted for hundreds of years, defense. Do not risk them being extinguished, even during an investigation. Wasn't one of them out, though? Or no? That would never fly back home. Well, barbed head, you done quibbling? If so, then it's time to bow down before this testimony of the Mitama. Nick! Don't worry, Maya, I'm just getting started. Alright, let's go everything we know so far. Maya was wearing Lady Kira's robes and standing on the spring. High Priest is thought to have been moving towards her. So I should look for sensations that stand in contradiction to this arrangement. I won't give up. Find a contradiction that will undermine the accusation against Maya. Well, is his sight better now? Can I see more now? Okay, his sight is better. So that one's not flickering at all. That's the busted one, right? I know I'm like fixated on the lanterns here, but they seem very important. Yeah, I'm not crazy, right? That's the busted one? Let's let it keep playing. Are they different after this? They're different. He turned around. So, hold on. So in this case, the spring side lantern is the fixed one. So what we see here actually is, hold on. Wait. So this is the spring side one. But that's screwy. Why did he turn around?
Objection!
Oh, it's not changing it. Am I supposed to do the other one? Your brilliant lens? Isn't the statement inconsistent with the vision? Oh, I probably didn't line up the thing right. Hold on. We probably need to tie the spring side one with it again, maybe? Yeah. Right? Like, their positions are wrong, because he turns around. Shit. Wrong one. So select it with the spring side lantern thing?
Objection!
Or no? Yeah, okay, good. What could this possibly mean? That lantern clearly contradicts the inside, but this contradiction will overturn the entire casement building.
Are you all right, Mr. Wright? One minute you shout out and the next you fall silent.
Perhaps it is like the bellow of one who is barreling down a hill with no way of stopping. Is that not right, Prosecutor Sadmati? Okay, cold feet now, Phoenix. Even this overturns the entire case you built so far. The only way is to keep moving forward, because that's where we'll find the truth. Sorry, we're not barreling down a hill. In fact, I'm in full control of everything with the indisputable contradiction I found. Okay, Phoenix, that's a little thick. Is that so? The lantern behind the accused clearly, no, blatantly contradicts your insight. Does it now? One of the lanterns on the entrance side of the inner sanctum is broken. And if you watch what Abbot Inmi saw in his final moments, you notice that the lantern behind the praying form of Miss Fey is broken. The lantern behind Lady Kira, however, is still intact. In short, we're seeing two different lanterns in the seance vision. How could this be? If it were so, how would that contradict my insights? Let me start by saying, the claim I'm about to raise will overturn the case I've built thus far.
Will the defense please explain himself?
Oh God. Based on the broken lanterns, we can tell Maya and Abbas Inmi's position, the lantern positions. I mean, we can see their... I mean, we both. Correct, right? Like, we can clearly see that's like, okay, cool, your broken lantern is right there. Both? It's this one. Where the accused and the victim were standing.
Did you not just finish asserting that the accused was standing somewhere else?
I did. I built my argument on that faulty premise. But thankfully, has led us here. To the actual spot where Maya Fey was standing.
I must say, if the defense keeps changing its assertion in such a capricious matter, its credibility may come into question.
I'm willing to take that risk, Your Majesty, because I believe this will be the last time. I'd like to start by pointing out the actual spot where the accused was standing.
Very well. Shows where you now believe the accused is actually standing.
Based on the location of the broken lantern, Maya was actually standing right here.
Take that!
Wasn't thinking straight before, but now it's all falling into place. We know the victim had stepped into the spring. That means Maya Fey had to have been standing in the water as he approached. However, his memory, which has only now become clearer, reveals that Miss Fey was standing by the side of the broken lantern. In other words, she was standing where she was supposed to be according to custom. Does that not bring us back to the very beginning? No. This is where things take a different turn. And I mean that literally. The victim had to have been moving toward the spring. That means that while he was moving, he had his back turned towards the accused. What's this? Do you mean to say the victim turned around during the rite? But such an image appears nowhere in the seance vision. Actually, it does appear. It's just that no one noticed until now.
No one noticed? Could no one have noticed something so big?
Because he had a piece of paper in front of his face. There's a moment when the scripture the victim was holding was all we could see. Thanks to that, none of us could tell that he was in fact turning around in that moment.
Objection!
If it is as the defense asserts, then her benevolent insights no longer make sense. How do you intend to explain
Objection!
that? I don't need to explain anything, because it's just as you said, Prosecutor Samadi. Her benevolent insights don't make any sense because they contain a huge error. Such insolence!
Huge error, you say? Do explain.
Well, I will, my friend, but let me save just in case first. The huge error is the order that writes the crime scene, the number of people there. Well, let's think about that for a minute. Transformation, right? Sure. He reads the scripture. Someone dons a thing. There's incense. Water. Yep. Mm-hmm. The priestess circles the sacred flames to purify her soul. I mean, we're not arguing that she's doing the rite of fire, right? So the huge error is the number of people there, probably, right? Like we're arguing that there's another person there. I believe this is what happened at the scene of the crime. The victim was reading a sutra when suddenly he sensed someone behind him. He immediately looked back to see someone dressed as Lady Kira standing there. Wishing to see who it was, he approached the robed figure. That's when he was stabbed. This cannot be. Oh, but it can, and it is. The insight stating the accused stabbed the victim is wrong. And that is the real truth lying behind this testimony of the dead. Pokunka. Pokunka!
Are you suggesting that there was someone else at the scene of the crime?
Have I misunderstood the voice of the Mitama yet again? This cannot be. Bonk. Phew, that was a close one. But I managed to divine the true meaning behind the seance vision somehow. Should add these new facts to the court record. Your benevolence, please allow me to take it from here. I will overturn the brash accusations of this faithless, putrid-minded lawyer. Yes, I shall place my trust in you. Aw, poor Rayquaza. Hey, her insights are very, very useful. It's just that she doesn't, believe anyone's innocent.
Are you sure about this, Prosecutor Samadi?
My work as an international prosecutor has taken me to courtrooms around the world.
And I failed in every single one, especially to Apollo Justice because I suck at my job.
And in that time, I've learned to perform last rites for souls in trials lacking a seance.
Yes, of course. Forgive my ludicrous inquiry.
Moreover, I have with me a forensic investigator from overseas. I'll show you all the most magnificent last rites ever seen. Guess he really does think highly of a man of forensic expertise. I'm impressed that he's come to understand their value. Then again, He is an international prosecutor who solved tough cases around the world. Time to hunker down, huh?
Now then, let's continue with today's proceedings. Could the defense please tell us who the third party dressed as Lady Kira was? Your new claimant negated the insights of the royal priestess, so I trust you have some evidence to support it, correct?
No. Just proving that it wasn't her. Yeah, of course. This third party must have really wanted to kill the high priest. I don't know who it was if I had evidence of their murderous intent.
Well, we're waiting, Mr. Wright.
The evidence that can reveal the identity of the third party is this. Where's the letter? Not that, but...
Take that!
3 days before the purification, right? The victim received a warning letter from an unidentified individual.
He did.
Whoever sent it clearly meant to threaten the high priest. The letter said, "Do not perform the rite," but the rite went on as scheduled. Believe that's why the high priest was murdered.
Who do you suppose sent that letter?
A person with something to hide. The rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira herself.
Peace. I don't understand. Heard the Lady Kira that's been in the news of late only hunted rebels. If so, why would she have killed the high priest?
Excellent question. Maybe it would help to think of it this way. What if the high priest had secretly been a rebel? The high priest could have possibly been a rebel.
High priest. Devout follow Khura'ism. A rebel? You can comprehend the blasphemy of which you speak. Well, do you?
I do. I too found it hard to believe at first. But as I continued my investigation, it started to become more and more plausible.
Objection!
The third party was the rebel hunting Lady Kira, and the high priest was a rebel. Your mockery of Khura'ism, no, of the kingdom of Khura'in itself, knows no bounds. Whoops. A mockery of a religion. Well, if your religion, like, produces kangaroo courts like this, then yes. Yes, I will make a mockery of it.
I'm loath to omit them into today's proceedings.
I don't like where this is going. The defense's claims about vile blasphemy tantamount to spitting on the Holy Mother. Is it really that big of a deal now? Abbot Amy was a distinguished monk, and very well respected too, so yeah. Please don't let this turn into an international incident. But fear not, good people of Khura'in. The rantings of this putrid-brained lawyer who seeks to slay the soul of the deceased shall come to no avail once I conclude these last rites. The prosecution's assertion that the accused killed the victim remains unchanged. But the victim was stabbed in his abdomen. How is that possible when he had his back turned towards Miss Fay? Someone else must have killed him. Are you sure about that? You may have invalidated the seance, but do not let it go to your putrid head. The karmic flow of this trial is, as yet, still in my hands. How can he be so confident? Something has occurred to me, you see. And your allegations of a third party about a deluded fantasy. I shall prove that by calling a new witness to the stand. An eyewitness who will deliver a... Excuse you? An eyewitness to an event that was up in the mountains, blocked off by a road that no one could get through. Is he going to call the dude with the beard? Very well. Let's call this eyewitness to the stand. All right. We're going to leave it on a cliffhanger today. Because it doesn't really feel like there's going to be a day 2 to this again for some reason. And we beat the seance. Took me a while. And sorry about the that, I guess. But also, I feel like it was messed up because I definitely did the sight thing on the flickering flame before. So, Yeah. But, yeah, that's weird. We'll figure it out, though. We will figure it out on Friday, probably. To answer your question, maybe. Oh, to the funny bearded man, probably. I mean, I'm assuming that he is probably potentially the actual murderer or something, like an escaped prisoner or something like that. So, we shall see. My current theory, as far as things go, is so we know that the water was already red before the attack. So someone bled on this beforehand or something, right? We know that someone made a parachuting, like, not balloon, what's a parachute? Someone made a parachute out of prayer flags. And the wanted prisoner dude is a former paratrooper who has not been found yet. And we've got this weird dude here, as well as the zealot, who I'm like weirdly suspicious of the zealot, and I don't really know why. But Mr. Praying Zealot is suspicious, I think. So we'll see. But so I wonder if like Parachute Man came down, like got hurt and like washed his blood off or something like that, and then was hanging out behind the ritual curtain or some bullshit, and so he's the eyewitness. But also we have this bloodstained letter with info and a dragon seal thing. I don't really know why they would be saying don't do the right though, unless like they wanted to use the area for something. Like there's a prison above this, so maybe they were planning to like do a prison escape or something, and that's why they didn't want the right to happen, because they're going to like use that as part of their escape or something. And then he was the witness, so they had to kill him. Or maybe maybe the high priest saw the prisoner before, and so that's why they were threatening him, or something. I don't know. There's stuff we don't know yet, and I don't really think I can actually like understand why. If he really was a rebel, then sure, that would explain why Kier wanted to kill him. But I feel like it's more likely that that this Kier person isn't actually like, I don't know, maybe they're a rebel. Also, there's still the whole melted thing, right? So, I don't know. But like I said, we will figure it out next time. So, the cliffhanger is there. We will find out who the eyewitness is later. Tomorrow, I probably won't be streaming. Most likely, I'm going to go play trivia. The trivia season has started at the social club that some of my friends and I go to. It's only for like the winter months, essentially, but it's every Thursday at like 6:30 or something like that. I think 6 or 6:30. I forget which one, but it lasts for a couple hours or so, and so I probably won't be home till like earliest 8:30, but most of the time probably more so 9. And so if I do stream tomorrow, it probably won't be Silksong, because playing Silksong at 9 sounds like a great way to be tired and mess up all my fights. If I do want to stream, potentially I could play some Pokemon, I guess. But the most likely thing that will happen is just like I probably just won't stream tomorrow. But we'll see. Who knows? The winds could change. But then either way, Friday we will pick up this case again, because I don't want to leave it on that cliffhanger for too long. And so probably maybe we'll do 2 games. We'll play that and Silksong potentially. So we'll do that. But I will catch you all next time, and I hope you all all have a good rest of your day or night, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And again, thanks for hanging out. So bye for now. Take it easy. Have a good one.